All right, so can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so for the chapter 1, we'll discuss about, of course, the introduction, and then the very main topic is, or the very main title of this uh, presentation is Everything is Connected. Okay, so everything is connected, so let's just have some facts bago tayo mag-start. So 7.4, there are 7.4 billion people on the planet. So hindi ko lang alam kung ilan na ngayon. Siyempre, of course, may nalalagdagan naman tayo. And then 30 billion devices connected to the internet by 2020. So as of now, meron na tayong 30 billion devices na nakakonect sa internet. So imagine, 7.4 billion yung tao. And then of course, lahat ng taong yan is uh, yung iba walang gamit na devices. Syempre baby pa lang, yung iba naman sobrang tanda na, syempre hindi nila nabutan yung age or era of technology. So yung iba walang gamit. And then imagine 30 billion yung meron dyan. So karamihan dyan of course mga teenager or maybe at the age of 5 and above is gumagamit ng device. And then 6.58 average number of connected devices per consumer in 2020. So kung papansinin nyo, 6.58 average number yung gamit ng isang tao. So meron siya, let's say, 6 or 7 devices. So pwedeng meron siyang smart watch, a cellphone, smartphone, a laptop, a desktop. What else? Ano pa yung mga devices na ginagamit natin? Well, in my case, ang gamit ko lang is dalawa lang naman. My laptop and my smartphone. So actually, dalawa lang nakakonect dun sa internet. How about you guys? Baka meron sa inyo yung mga, may mga smartwatch.
Phone and computer lang, sir.
Phone and computer lang din. So I think para-parehas or minimum of 2 at least as of now sa mga tao ngayon. Isang cellphone and then pwedeng tatlo. May laptop din siya or meron din siyang desktop. Okay? And then 44% of children under the age of 1 use smart devices. So 44% ng mga bata at the age of 1. So meron yung iba 9, not sure kung paano to. Yung iba 9 months pa lang, 10 months pa lang. Or siguro at the age of exactly 1 or basta yun, pababa 1 is gumagamit na ng cellphone. So ako nag-start ako gumamit ng cellphone at the age of 12 yata or 13 kasi high school na ako dati. So imagine nowadays gumagamit na sila ng mga smart devices. I don't know kung anong smart device yung gamit nila. And then 1.4 million numbers of pacemakers is used by 2023. Okay. And then 15 million Fitbit exercise monitors sold 2017. And then 20 billion euros to be spent on artificial intelligence by the Europe by 2020. Okay, so imagine ang dami nating devices. So like ito Fitbit for exercise. Hindi ko lang alam kung ano yung magamit nila kasi maraming klase. Yung iba nilalagay lang sa braso, yung iba naman smartwatch combined with yun, smart features about exercise. Yung pwede nyo nang ma-measure yung ilan yung hinakba mo, ilang kilometers na travel mo, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, para mas maintindihan mo yung sarili mo, kinuha ko to mismo sa Cisco, which is habang naghahanap kasi ako ng mga module na pwedeng i-discuss sa inyo, okay, nakita ko to. So, lab number 0. So, I name it number 0 kasi parang survey lang naman talaga siya. Hindi naman kailangan mag-aral ka. So, how connected are you? So, it is important to understand that most people born since the 1990s, so kayo yon or tayo, okay, will have grown up in a primarily digital world. So, this survey will help you to recognize how much of the day is actually spent connected. So this will help us to see the impact this generation will have on business and the economy. So we have here the link. So I would like you guys to kumakapi. So share ko lang sa chat. So eto, puntahan nyo to mismo. So kung cellphone yung gamit mo, okay lang din. Pero dapat makuha mo yung result. So what do I mean by result? Kagaya na ito. So, oops, wala pala dito yung sample yata. Wala dito. Okay, so dapat 'pag nasagutan niyo na yung survey, i-screenshot niyo yung pinaka-last. Okay? Kasi yun yung, isa-submit niyo dito sa, or sa canvas natin or dito sa laboratory number 0. Okay? So, pakisagot na ngayon. Mas magandang ngayon na para 'di bale saglit lang yun, 1 to 2 minutes lang yun or 1 to 3 minutes. So, sinong sumasagot na ngayon? Sinend ko sa chat, box yung link. Clinic mo yan.
Yung last part lang, sir.
Yung last part lang na A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, tama. Kakakaopen ko lang.
Sige, sir.
Oo nga 'no. So
Sir,
nga pala,
ano?
hindi nga pala hindi nga lang pala kayo. Kung kayo lang malalaman niyo na kaagad. Pero ang requirements pala dito is 3 or 4 people. Okay, so mamaya niyo na lang gawin. Mamaya niyo na lang gawin. Okay, na-open niyo na ba? Kung nakita niyo man, meron siyang parang sample, PowerPoint. Okay, so pwede niyong una-una kayo of course, and then yung mama at papa niyo, and then kung may mga kapatid kayo. Okay? So pwede niyo rin palitan yung mga tasks or pwede niyong dagdagan yung tasks kung ano man yung ginagawa nila. Well, of course, lahat naman siguro nagfe-Facebook, ah, talking or calling, texting, Twitter, hindi ko lang sure kung may Twitter yung iba, tracking exercise, and then online banking. And then lagyan niyo lang doon yung summation of total time in hours. Pakita ko na nga lang. Ayan. So kita niyo tong nasa screen ko?
Yes, sir.
So ganito yung makukuha nyo kapag, dinownload nyo yun. So pwedeng i-recta nyo na lang sa Microsoft Word, ito mismo. And then create lang kayo ng table. Okay? And then yung person 1, person 2, and then person 3, or hanggang person 4. And then sagutan nyo lang itong mga to, A, B, C, D. Hanggang E pala. So iba pala yung tinutukoy ko, sorry. Yung tinutukoy ko na saglit nyo lang sasagutan, this is 1, determine your generation. So, i-leave muna natin yon, itong laboratory number 0. So, sagutan nyo na lang to after our lecture. So, pwedeng bukas or pwedeng mamaya. Okay? So, determine your generation. So, determine your connected generation by taking this fun survey that was created by PricewaterhouseCoopers. Okay? So, we have here a link. So all you need to do is copy this one and then paste it to your browser, or pwede nyo yata i-click na to mismo. Pero hindi nyo pa makiklik syempre kasi wala pa kayong copy netong presentation ko. So sinend ko siya sa chat box natin. So I would like you guys to click that one. So pagka-click nyo, ganito yung magpapakita. And start tool. And then, gusto kong i-click yung start tool and then start answering some of the questions. So, it will only take 2 to 3 minutes. At yung sinasabi kong 2 to 3 minutes, itong lab 0 is iba pala. So, abutin kayo dito na maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour. So, ito pwede nating sagutan ngayon din. So, after nyong sagutan, okay, after nyong sagutan lahat-lahat, ito yung parang magiging result. So, in my case, you are generation B. So, beaten but still blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So, yeah, just take a screenshot of that one or on that one. And then, yun. Yan na yun, as it is. Yun yung isasend nyo sa Canvas later on kapag pinablish ko na yung itong topic, activity na to. Okay. Hindi naman siya laboratory. Activity lang. So let me know if you guys are already done. May nakatapos na ba sa inyo or wala pa?
Tapos na, sir.
Alright, so anong generation ka, Mr. Nico?
Generation B, sir.
B?
Yep.
So anong sabi dyan? May description yun sa babae. I just would
Hindi
like,
naman siya ganun ka-accurate naman.
di
I
ba ganun
wouldn't say
ka-accurate?
I'm digitally shy.
Yeah, same with me. So, ito yung result sa akin. So, hindi naman siya ganun accurate, pero fun survey lang. Wala pa ako ibang nahanap ng survey, pero sabi ko, seems interesting. So, why not? Try natin, baka accurate sa inyo. So, sa akin, yun na nga. So, medyo same tayo ng parang naiisip, wherein, in my case, hindi naman ako digitally shy. Hindi naman ako ganun ka, maybe, 70%. Shy ako, pero hindi naman. How about the others? Are you guys already done? Mr. Carino, Mr. Dumagat, Mr. Kagiwa, Mr. Romero, Mr. Tuazon, Miss Rio, Mr. Jairus, and then Mr. Barasi. So same with Miss or Mr. Carino.
Mister yan.
Mr. ba yan? Para meron ng something Miss Carino. And then for Carl Steven Tuazon, so Gen Z daw siya. Why? Let's see. So, pwede mo bang i-share kung ano yung laman, ano yung description, anong sabi dyan? You can use your mic para hindi ka na mag-type. Pero I'm not sure kung hindi working yung mic mo. Oy, bilis mag-type or ng happy piece. You are clearly a paid-up member of Generation Connected. A digital native that is with and unafraid of the power of connectivity. We've written a treatise about you and the effect you are having on the business world. All right. So, is it true? You're clearly a paid-up member of Generation Connected. So, anong masasabi mo, Mr. Carl? Is it correct? Tama ba yung parang lumabas na judgment sa'yo nung survey? Quite. Medyo. Parang ganun. Alright. So, hindi ko na mahihintay yung iba. So, I hope tapos na rin kayo. And then, just take a screenshot of that one. And then, yun. Save nyo lang muna siya for now. And then, yung isasend nyo dun sa Canvas. Okay? So, moving on. I have a question. Can smart devices think? So, what do you guys think? Can smart devices think?
Yes.
So, Mr. Nico said, yes. In what way? Opinion lang or
It
guess.
has to calculate actions and processes like any computer.
Mm-hmm. So how about the others? Do you guys think that can a smart devices think? So sabi ni Mr. Carl, no, I guess. Hindi siya sigurado. Yes, you're right. So eto medyo kanto, 50-50. So pwedeng 15 hindi, pwedeng 15 oo. Pero malapit na tayo. Nasa I think 70% na tayo para makamit yung like 100% working AI. Okay? So same din siya sa tao wherein if you program, kasi parang prinogram tayo ng magulang natin eh. Prinogram tayo ng magulang natin na ito dapat ang gawin mo, ito dapat gawin mo pag ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Sa robot, ganun din, of course. Pinoprogram din natin siya. So we only have one condition para masabi natin yes. Yes, smart devices can think if they are programmed appropriately or accordingly with that certain of situation. Like for example, of course, kapag yung ano ba maganda, let's say a smart car, okay? So hindi naman siya nagti-think actually or pina-process niya lang kasi naka-program siya. Kung ano yung naka-program sa kanya, then yun yung papaganahin niya. Let's say yung una niyang na-find out na way is ito. And then yung pangalawang way is ito. And then pangatlong way is ito. So basically, pinogram natin siya para hanapin yung shortest way para mas matipid sa gasolina or mas lesser yung traffic. So in that way, nag-iisip siya. Okay? So same din siya ng tao. Kung papansin niyo, meron tayong tatlong possible ways. Iisipin din natin kung ano yung shortest way. Okay? Kasi yun yung sa tingin natin is mas maganda or mas tama. So same lang din sa robot or kung anong system man yan. Kasi yun yung sa tingin niya tama or mas madali. Okay? So depende yun sa program. Alright. So all digital devices work based on computer programs and supplied data. Okay? So lahat naman yan para masabi nating may ipaprocess siya or para makapag-isip siya, kailangan natin ng data or kailangan ng system ng data. So again, ang sabi ko, artificial intelligence implies that these devices are able to think on their own. Okay? If programmed appropriately. So ito yung pinaka-condition natin. So pag di naman siya talaga na program para sa bagay na yan, then he cannot think on that thing or on that situation. So smart devices are able to evaluate data that is provided to them and modify process or settings on the fly. Okay? Kaya nga tayo merong 5G. Actually, parating na yung 6G na naman. So, malapit-lapit na naman yun. So, yun na nga. Dati, may delay lahat ng bagay. So, dati pwede ka lang mag-send ng picture, pwede ka lang mag-stream ng video at resolution of 360p or 720p. Ngayon, pwede ng 1080p, 2K, or even 4K, or even 8K. Okay? So, ngayon, sobrang halaga nung network connection para masabi nating on the fly. Okay? While it's on the process, parang yun na siya, ginagawa niya na rin kagad. Hindi na siya ganun katagal mag-isip. Baka nga dumating pa yung time na mas mabilis na mag-isip yung let's say yung computer, kagaya ng calculator. This is one good example. A calculator, of course, maraming tao okay, ang talo ng calculator. Okay, meron ng ibang tao yung sobrang genius, mas mabilis pa sa calculator. Okay. So this is one good program or one good example para mag-solve ng mga numbers. So if they are provided sufficient data, okay, yun nga lang, of course, hindi siya gagana kapag hindi sufficient yung data. Okay, kaya ng sabi dito. So they can learn and modify their own code based on the new parameters. Okay, so one example of that one is a refrigerated transport truck. Okay, So this one is getting a frozen goods that is equipped with a global positioning sensor. So one more thing, para masabi natin nag-iisip talaga tong computer na to or itong program to or itong system na to is meron silang sensor. Okay? So they must sense something. Okay? So pwedeng temperature, pwedeng weight, pwedeng global positioning sensor, and so on and so forth. So lahat yon kumukuha ng data. Okay? And then ipaprocess yun dun sa program kung ano man yung ginawa mo dun. And then anong gagawin niya kapag ito yung nakuha niyang data? Or anong gagawin niya kapag nakuha niyang data and so on and so forth. So depende sa data na nakuha niya. Okay, so dito sa track na to, as the track drives into a major city, the sensor determines that there is an accident ahead that is causing major traffic congestion. Okay, so the sensor sends the data to the computer systems that collects the data and makes decisions. So dito, yun na nga, gaya ng sabi ko, yung sensor will send a data to your computer and then ipaprocess niya yun and then gagawa na siya ng decision. So depende sa program na ginawa mo. So the system then alerts the driver to the new condition so that the accident can be bypassed. So this automatic interaction has saved the driver time and will get the transported product the market faster with a product that is still frozen. So ayan, that is one good example for our so-called artificial intelligence soon. Lapit-lapit na daw. So yun, uh, marami lang siyang or it contains a lot of sensors. Okay? So sensor and then yung algorithm na gagamitin mo to make a good decision or to make a correct decision. Okay? Another one is corporate offices. So this can be occupied by thousands of employees. So keeping the environment such as lighting, heat, humidity in the building within acceptable parameters helps to keep employees happy and therefore more productive. So again, hindi naman talaga siya fully nag-iisip. Actually, napakasimple ng task niya. So again, all you need to have is a sensor. So a temperature sensor or yung light sensor for the light. And then yung humidity sensor. So para naman sa yun, humidity ng air. So yun, tatlong sensor yung gamit niya para let's say uh, mabalance. Let's say kapag sobrang init, papalamigin niya. Kapag sobrang lamig, papainitin niya. Okay? Kapag madilim, papaliwanagin niya. Okay? So in that way, magiging maganda yung let's say flow of work kasi nga hindi nila iniisip yung environment. So sobrang ganda ng environment nila, sobrang ganda ng lighting, ng temperature, and so on and so forth. Okay? And then for smart cities, such as Barcelona, Spain, use sensors to control many of their infrastructure systems, such as traffic flow, parking, water utilization, and hydro. Okay? So one example of this one in smart cities is weight sensors. So kung papansin niyo, para lang masabi natin, ano man tawag ito, fully functional yung isang robot or yung isang AI, is kailangan niya ng sensor sa lahat ng bagay-bagay. Kung iisipin nyo, yung robot kailangan niya rin ng mata, kailangan niya ng tenga for the sound, kailangan niya ng ilong. Though, yun yung pinakamahirap, yung ilong. Okay? Kasi hindi ko alam paano nila gagawin yun. And then yung sa taste, mahirap din yun. And then sa touch, so madali lang din yun, madaling gawin ng sensor. So basically, parang i-imitate lang natin yung isang bagay, let's say yun, yung tao, para maging katulad niya yun. Okay, dapat same response sila. Let's say, yung nasaktan na siya at that point, so dapat mag-aaray na rin yung robot. So magre-respond na rin siya na, aray, nasaktan siya. Okay, so parang ganon. So punong-puno ng sensor, napakaraming sensor para masabi nating fully thinking yung isang robot or that robot can act as a human being. Okay? So again, weight sensors in parking spaces allow drivers to quickly know where there is an available parking spot. So this reduces driving and idling time for the driver and lowers carbon emission for the environment. Okay, so good thing to know. Weight sensor. Yung iba naman, ang gamit nila is parang obstacle sensor. Pero hindi nga lang siya gano'n ka-reliable. So mas or actually pinaka-reliable tong weight sensor. Okay, kasi kapag mabigat na dun sa part na yun, ibig sabihin may naka-part na yun. Maliban na lang kapag maraming tao na nakatayo dun sa slot na yun or spot na yun. Okay? Alright. So, last one for these smart devices, self-driving cars. So, nasabi ko na to kanina. Ito yung mga modern na actually implemented na ngayon. Marami ng ganito ngayon na gawa ng Tesla. So, Tesla yung isa sa mga pinakauna eh. And then, yung iba naman, yun, Mercedes-Benz, yung iba Volvo, and so on and so forth. So, self-driving cars are revolutionizing transportation. So, the cars are equipped with many ultrasound sensors. So, again, sensor ulit. Sensor, camera sensor, precision GPS, and then computers, of course, kailangan yan. So, the combination of the onboard equipment allows the computers to identify and other cars, lanes, pedestrians, and obstructions. Okay, so kapag meron ka na itong sensor na to, madidetect mo tong mga yan. Cars, lanes, and so on and so forth. So this information allows the car to stay in its lane, stop when required, and weave around obstructions. Okay? So some of the manufacturers in the autonomous cars, ito yung mga company na gumagawa ng mga ganitong technology. Tesla, General Motors, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz, and corporations as Waymo, Google's sibling, and Uber are also designing testing technology. So, yung iba on the way pa lang. Pero ito na yung mga nakagawa na. Okay? Alright. So, do you guys have a question so far? Hanggang dito?
No, sir.
Alright. So, another new topic will be answer, okay? Somewhat yes, but it's based on logical yes or no situations. Yes, so this is a good answer from Mr. Carino. Okay. So, yeah, based on logical program, okay, ng computer natin. So, yeah. Alright. So, let me introduce to you the packet tracer. Okay? So, sir, anong connection ng packet tracer sa IoT? Kasi, di ba, pag sinabi natin IoT or Internet of Things, ano ba yung nagko-connect sa atin sa internet? Of course, router. Ba? So, kailangan muna natin malaman kung paano ba, hindi naman kailangan talagang fully malaman. Bibigyan ko lang kayo ng parang idea. Or kung may idea man kayo, then that's good. Okay? Ang idea kung paano ba dumadaan yung tawag dito, yung signal natin or yung internet natin mula dito sa, say, sa laptop, papunta dun sa router, and then papunta dun sa tower, and then papunta na dun sa server mismo, okay, or dun sa ISP provider natin. Okay? So, I would like you guys to go on this link. So, I hope lahat kayo nakaharap sa computer, no? Para, ayun, ma-install nyo na kaagad-agad ngayon din. Or kung may cellphone man, then after na lang neto kasi mamaya ko pa i-upload itong module na to. So, yeah. Punta lang kayo sa link na to and then mapupunta kayo dito sa www.netacad.com. So, ang gawin nyo, gawa kayo ng account nyo. Di ba? Free lang naman siya. Okay? And then, yun. Follow nyo lang yung steps na to. So, click the link above, then choose the OS you're using and download the relevant files. Okay? So, magpapakita dun sa, ito actually step by step. So, yung step by step natin. Yeah, ito. So, naka-indicate dito yung step by step. So, login kayo. And then, after nyo makapag-login, select resources. And then, select download packet tracer. Okay? So, just take note that you must know the correct operating system. So, kung Windows ka, Windows dapat. Kung Linux, Linux. Kung Mac, Mac din. Then, mahati pa yun sa dalawa kapag Windows. So, pwedeng 32-bit or 64-bit. So, alamin nyo muna yung mga yan.
Sir, pwedeng gamitin yung account na ginamit namin for CPNet?
Not sure. Pero try nyo kung may account na kayo sa NetAcad dati, try nyong i-login mismo 'yun. Try nyong i-login mismo 'yun and then 'yun, 'yun na yung gamitin niyo. Ang mahalaga lang naman is makapag-login kayo para makapasok kayo sa resources. Kasi hindi kayo makakapunta sa resources, hindi niyo mada-download yung Packet Tracer installer kung wala kayong account.
Sige sir. Pero naka-install na yung Packet Tracer kasi ginamit namin 'to for CPNet, eh.
I see, that's good. So yeah, kung meron na 'yan, then, you're good to go, okay. So after yung ma-download 'yan, so ito lang naman yung sa mga ibang introduction sa, Packet Tracer. Pero hindi ko na i-discuss lahat. Kung papansinin niyo, hinighlight ko lang ito. So, build their skills for jobs in the Internet of Things. So, yung, yun, sa CPNet, siya na yung magdi-discuss mismo, yung subject na yun yung magdi-discuss yung fully function ng packet tracer. Pero ito is pahapyaw lang actually kasi kailangan or connected siya dun sa IoT kung paano niya i-connect yung smart devices no and so on and so forth. Okay? Right, so yung mga hindi pa nakapag-download or wala pa sa kanila, so nandito naman yung steps. So i-upload ko mamaya para download nyo 'to. Punta lang kayo sa link na 'to, mag-login lang kayo and then go to resources and then download the appropriate installer for your computer. Okay? So once you're done with that, we have here the laboratory number 1, deploying and cabling devices. Okay? Right, so since Packet Tracer simulates networks and network traffic, the physical aspects of these networks also need to be simulated. So this includes actually finding and deploying physical devices, customizing those devices, and cabling those devices. Okay, so finding, deploying, customizing, and then cabling those certain devices. So after the physical deployment and cabling is done, then it is time for the configuration of interfaces used to connect the devices. Okay, so we have a certain task here. Finding a device deployed requires looking in the device type selection box. So the device type selection box works on the concept categories and subcategories as shown in the figure. Yan. Yan yung figure nandun na nakuha ko. Pero yeah. And then the top row of icons represents the category list consisting of network devices, end devices, components, connections, miscellaneous, and then multi-user. So itong mga to, sa kanyo lang mahanap or makikita to kapag inopen nyo na yung packet tracer mismo. So, meron tayong dalawang link dito. Okay? So, download nyo lang to. Okay? So, nandito yung instruction mismo ng laboratory number 1. Download that. And then, yung kakailangan ninyong PKA file.